I'll go with Neon to spice things up a bit.
Okay.
I think Medusa is, didn't see too much of her, but I feel like this hero could potentially take over the game. Like 1-2 mistakes, you don't push, you don't kill her 2 times in a row. She takes the Aegis. Potentially a good Medusa game, in my opinion.
B-Cobb, are you inclined to agree, or are you getting on the boom train with the rest of us?
I'm getting on the Neon train.
Okay.
It's my boy Yopaj. That's all I got. Yeah.
All right. Well,
He's a god.
Let's let him operate in the game number 1 then. Enjoy the cast.
Thank you very much. Yeah, coming into game number 1, Neon, boom. I like Yopaj. I think he's certainly one of those guys that is a playmaker. We saw him play really well, not only last season at the major.
Yeah, imagine thinking that Yopaj Puck is going to lose this game.
That's was
like
my
we're
first
supposed
thought.
to be unbiased, but man, his performance, I still remember that game when he was involved in every single kill.
Yeah.
Like, it was not, they lost with 3 kills and he was involved in all of those 3. Like, it was 40 kills or whatever.
It was a ridiculous performance, and I don't know. I think from what we've seen so far from Boom, I feel like Yopaj is going to win the middle lane against Mikoto. I know that's fighting words to some.
He was, like, pretty impressive first season. At the start of the second season, once Dreamocell joined in, they have this guy that can also carry the game. So I feel like he's not getting that much, like, priority. His Storm Spirit in the first season was pretty much the free win. Yeah, he gets the Storm Spirit. He wins the game. It was that simple, and you could always rely on him. First 2 series, like, didn't get the same feeling for Mikoto. He's still pretty impressive, one of the top-tier players, but he can play better than what he did in the first 2 series, because he set the bar pretty high for himself.
Do you think it has anything to do with where he feels he's necessary in this lineup?
Maybe, yeah, maybe that's the thing, because when they played with Drew, I don't think, like, the team felt as comfortable. And he was needed to farm a bit more and be that, like, kind of a carry from the mid lane. This time around with the Dreamocell in the team, they don't have to do it. Like, Dreamocell has been proven as a really reliable carry. So top lane, we will have Scam playing the Enchantress, Quelling Blade. Oh my god, that is so much damage. Dreamocell starting with the Soul Assumption. Like, that's the best level 1 nuke in the game.
Yeah, it really is disgusting. We've been seeing more and more Visage picks. And I'm scared of this Visage, honestly. You look at just how much damage it outputs so early on, given the right opportunities, and I think with the aggression, the way Boom plays with, we could see this Visage just snowball out of control.
We'll have to see about that one. This lineup is a bit more early oriented with Visage, Templar Assassin. Even though Templar Assassin is not the same hero anymore, a couple of years back, you hit your timing, you like die once or twice, you feel like your game is kind of over. Now with the addition of the talents, like the neutral items and everything, TA just feels much more easier to play, and you have this scaling ability. Medusa on the bottom lane, 11, 12 CS already. Like, Beastmaster, he's not gonna put the pressure on him. Like with Lion is of course good. You have this mana drain against Medusa, which is always going to be great. Lion already managed to stack 2 camps in the triangle, so that's very nice. Have Templar Assassin, the hero that can easily clear them.
Yeah, especially when you want TA to kind of get that burst. We've seen TAs in the past, Blink Dagger, Deso, how quickly you can get to that, and how quickly we've seen TAs just kind of find their form. And oh, Yopaj taking a lot of damage, almost dying to the side blades there of Mikoto. I had to be really careful. But had that full bottle to sip on, and a Fairy Fire that I believe kept him alive with about 90 health.
This matchup is TA favored, but I've also seen, Puck getting the kill. I believe it was at the start of the second season, where Puck just killed Templar Assassin. I'm not sure how that happened, but, one small mistake could make the difference. Like, once you start getting levels with the Templar Assassin, you hit that level 5, like, it's gonna be harder to shoot through the refractions. They don't have any overtime damage, so this is a bit problematic against Visage, against Templar Assassin. You want to have something to burn through those refraction charges and burn through the Gravekeeper Cloak.
So as the game goes on, we'll see how Neon have to deal with that. Got this 3-minute bounty rune. Just so many runes to refill that bottle. The water rune. Sip on some fresh water. Sip on some fresh gold.
Gotta stay hydrated. Ice Frog with the hidden message. Whatever you're doing, take a pause, a minute, come back, get some water, stay hydrated. It's very important. Take care of your body right now, because once you get old, it only gets harder.
I'll never
Trust
get
me,
old.
I know. I've been getting older every single year. Aren't we all, right?
I don't know. I'm trying to stay younger over here.
Yeah, this is why I hang out with younger people, to feel, you know, this is why I hang out with you, because I feel much younger, you know. I want to take your energy and just
make me older.
Exactly. I'm basically energy vampire. So Enchantress as a core, we didn't talk about that. Not something that is popular at all. Could scale, like this hero deals ton of damage, it's pure damage from impetus. I also want to see like what the itemization is going to be. Like I wouldn't mind seeing a Dragon Lance, but this hero also consumes a lot of mana. New Dragon Lance got a buff. A lot of stats, Nyx Assassin with the just getting stun on the top lane.
That's a good way to put it. Got you, just kidding. All right, I'm going to use that from now on. They're just kidding stun. We've seen Enchantresses in the past. Crimson.
Yeah, this could also be like an item I just want to see something a bit more tanky. Her strength gain is extremely low. She gets 1.7 per level, so you need some kind of stats very easily to burst. But definitely Solar Crest against the Visage Birds, against Templar Assassin. It's quite a lot of right-click damage coming out from these two.
Still in trouble, but has the level 1 in Nature's Attendance. Still a lot of damage. Soul Assumption, that'll hurt. You do get the heal, feels all right.
Very serious stun this time around from Nyx.
Yeah,
connecting both heroes.
We'll see how Playhard does. It's interesting to just see the two of them. They've gone back and forth throughout the season or in between the seasons, and obviously they've had to change positions with a lot of guys, including the Major and everything. So
Januel, he's scouting things out in the triangle to see how many stacks they are. He also planted the deep ward, so they could potentially try to go on Templar Assassin when she tries to farm it. Like, they don't have the best heroes to take the stacks with. Like, Puck can't take Ancients. Medusa, I don't think you want to be there because it's a bit too risky to rotate Medusa in the enemy triangle. So they just need to kill the hero and maybe take a couple of creeps. Puck picked up a haste rune, so he will be able to possibly gank the bottom rune. Vord is not going to scout him out until he gets like super close.
was the trap there to spot him going south?
Yeah, I believe trap was there. You don't let me finish. I'm like, wards did not cover it, and then
I'm sorry.
You just slid and you just had to say it, B-Cup. I don't know. Like, first thing that I learned, like, make your co-caster look good. Like, this is...
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's okay.
It wasn't there. It wasn't there. It just showed up. You were right. Just the ward, deep vision. It's not going to catch him till late. Just going to hide under my desk of shame and embarrassment over here, even though nobody else can see us.
I don't think it would fit. Like, this desk is pretty small. So Medusa managed to reconnect. Natsumi is back. Like, as we said, Puck does well first couple of levels against the TA because he puts a lot of harassment. Then Templar Assassin just takes over. Let's see this rotation. Hide.
Might be in trouble. Do have Dream Coil. They're actually going to skip Hide for now. No, he goes up north a little bit. Now drops the Dream Coil. Question is he willing to hold on to snapping it or try to run? I think he knows he's dead anyway, and Yopaj will get first blood.
He will also pick up a 6-minute bounty rune.
Ooh, swiping a bounty.
Yeah. While this was happening, Nyx Assassin just trying to take some XP on the mid lane. Whenever you see like position 4 on the mid lane, and if the enemy hero wasn't low, you know something's cooking. You know something's happening. Mid laner wants to be able to make a move. He already has his itemization queued up.
Oh, he wants to throw some right clicks and play hard. He got hit by that trap, and one right click honestly makes the Nyx Assassin a little bit scared over mid. Makoto hitting that level 7 before Yopaj. Is there a point where Natsumi might even feel comfortable going for these stacks? Because they're getting massive. If they have the opportunity to try and even steal a little bit of them, or a little bit of that stack.
If you want to invade, you will also need a point in Stone Gaze just to have something to reset. Right now, he's not even saving a point, just invested everything in Split Shot. How are they stacks looking? They have no stacks whatsoever. Like, Nyx Assassin, as a hero, he doesn't provide you with much, you know, lane threat. He has one stun, maybe a mana burn. He could be annoying. So what he needs to do is pretty much check out the runes, and Enchantress is not easy to kill, especially against Abba and Visage. These two heroes don't do that much early on. So he needs to be stacking. He needs to be stacking the triangle. Okay, he's back to mid lane once again.
Yopaj
soaking up some XP. Another coil is available.
Thought about it with the coil, and I think he was thinking about going after the TA as well, because they've got the vision, obviously. This Obs is just out of range of the sentry he placed down. Can they steal anything from this? Looking for the sweep.
He's
that
just
gets
soaking
stopped.
up. He's trying to take some of the XP.
Oh, right clicks on a hide. Oh my god, he's hitting hard. He's hitting so hard. And now they've got the Dream Coil onto the TA. They bring everybody over to go after the Templar Assassin. They'll get Makoto.
That was a nice rotation.
Yeah,
you know,
the other
ET,
tank was hitting so hard.
He actually died to neutral. And they will steal the stacks. All right, I didn't expect them to rotate 4 heroes. And Abba could be in a bit of a trouble.
Yeah, stun comes out. They land the Impale. They've got the damage. A Photic Shield once again. FBZ and Hyder here. They'll go to the Primal Roar as well as the Air Spike onto Yopaj. Yopaj needs to run, but he can't do so. He dies, and now Natsumi's in a little bit of trouble. They'll back off.
This is why I said, you know, I wanted to see Medusa having 1 point in ulti, invading that triangle. It's just a reset tool. If she pops it there, I believe Puck doesn't die. But now that they don't want to do the same thing again, he puts another point in a split shot. Beastmaster used the Roar. They killed Yopaj. And they stole some of the stacks, which is okay. They also managed to bring down Templar Assassin. This hero, every single time it dies, it feels like it loses much more than what we call maybe a normal hero, because she flash farms. Like at this point, like she's sitting at the top of the CS. What about the net worth?
Just under the
Medusa.
Medusa.
Very close to Medusa.
But doing really well compared to Yopaj. Natsumi's just had a free time bottom. Not as much pressure as I thought there would be on Natsumi. Medusa already has the Mask of Madness. Like, this is a good spot for them to be in. Genuel taking a lot of damage from Makoto. Lays down a trap. That lands. They brought over Yopaj. Yopaj does have a Dream Coil he can throw down. But right now, he's trying to run. Earth Spike comes in. The right clicks in with a Melon Strike. They'll get Makoto. Yopaj. The sweep is a little late on 3.
Big kill for Boom. Taking the Puck. Puck is their playmaker. Both supports are really under-leveled. They're level 4, 4.5. So if one takes Dome, that will bring him to level 6. The other one will need to find some experience on the map. Didn't talk too much about the Enchantress. Like, he's doing well in terms of net worth. What is he building? He's getting drums, which will make him a bit more tanky. It's also some mana regen and 8 charges. Like, during the major, we didn't see too much of the item other than Tusk. Like, Crit was just prioritizing the item.
Right.
Every single time there is a kill potential, he just pops it. 8 charges is quite a lot.
We were talking about it, I believe, I want to say yesterday, how this item used to be picked up all the time. Now it's very situational.
It's an expensive item.
Yeah.
Before, it was much cheaper. The build-up is good, you know, but it's a bit expensive.
If it was a little bit cheaper, probably wouldn't see as much priority as it used to get. Unlucky Jean-Yuel getting a Cobalt.
For the temple.
No bounty on that dig. They've got 3 heroes up top, but nothing doing in this lane as Boom have kind of evacuated. They've headed towards bottom. They've got 4 heroes here, while TA continues to stack up and farm these Ancients, and almost has that Blink Dagger. Will have it once she finishes this stack.
Unfortunately for OB Neon, they had like no stacks in the first couple of minutes. I feel like Nyx Assassin could have been the one, you know, making some big stacks for Medusa in this game, because his lane presence once again is not that great. Now Medusa is in the triangle exactly where she needs to be. Bottom lane pretty much belongs to Boom. They have a Hawk to scout things out, and now they're gonna try to collapse on a mid lane. They should be careful. Good positioning from Play Hard. Like, he knows something is up, possibly breaks the smoke.
Early with the Spike Carapace, misses the Impale, and now the Primal Roar comes in, Makoto coming over, and the damage is just so quick on a play hard. They get an easy kill on the Nyx Assassin. They're going to look for the tier 1, and well, you could search for it, but it's gone already. Yeah, the Nyx Assassin's presence in the offlane wasn't exactly monumental.
Nah, it's just the Zero doesn't do much. You know, he throws a stun, it's on cooldown. Maybe if they go on you, you can pop the Carapace. Didn't even put a point in mana burn. So, like,
he could have been stacking.
It's one of the worst laners. The thing you mostly do with the Nyx Assassin is try to secure your off lane with the pulls, manipulating the creep wave, and just stacking. So now they're smoked. Vendetta is also up.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe they can use the Vendetta, find something. They'll go after this Abaddon. KezQ trying to run, pops the borrowed time. He's rooted up. And they should have the damage to get an easy one. Yopaj gets credit for that. He's trying to go into the Blink Dagger as well as the Boots Travel. Already has that Witchblade. Solar Crest being built for the Beastmaster. So already got the Medallion to work with. So minus armor for the TA and the Beastmaster.
Different type of a build when you're playing the offlane Beastmaster. Like going for Aghanim Scepter, it's kind of, you know, more of a mid type of a build where you want to get more tanky, be more utility from the offlane. So I can understand Helm of the Dominator, Medallion, the Solar Crest. New Solar Crest is just one of the best, definitely like top 2 items, if not the best item in the game right now, because the build-up is so good. Bottom lane, they're trying to make a move. Roar available.
BZ getting chased. Primal Roar comes out into Bill. The look over as he is just free to run. They've slowed up play hard enough where he needs to actually go the other way. The shockwave hit from this Satyr, and they've got the finger from Hyde to finish him off. So play hard goes down. They'll go after the Enchantress. Makoto there with him. The Meld Strike, the Dream Coil out onto 2. Shockwave hits onto the Enchantress. They got the Earth Splitter coming through, but it's just not enough damage. They cannot kill Makoto. He's soaking up a lot of it. Januel is going to be the second one to fall into Obi Neon. He's still on the run. They'll finally use that Stone Gaze. Turning to Stone is KezQ. Yopaj trying to really mess with the team on the back lines as FBZ sits under half health, but Yopaj just doesn't have enough to get the kill there onto the Beastmaster, who's the one they went after originally. Yopaj, not a lot of mana. Play hard back into the fight. He already died once in this engagement. Meld Strike misses with the phase shift used by Yopaj. He's got no mana to work with. The stun does land, but it's not going to do anything. They'll get the kill into Yopaj. They've got the trap to slow down play hard as well as Natsumi. And the Meld Strike, the sideways are hitting on a 3. They've got the stun on the Medusa. No more mana. Natsumi is now gone. They have lost 4 heroes, and they still can't kill KezQ. He finally drops to Nabil, but now the stun, that might keep the Enchantress alive, maybe even get a kill on a Dream Cell, but it's not looking likely as the Soul Assumption comes through. Makoto gets the kill onto the Enchantress. That is 5 kills right now for Boom, looking for a 6. I mean, they might even get 7 with Playhard sticking around, but Makoto, finally without the Refraction, they've got the sweep as well as the Impale. Can they get the kill onto the TA? Yes, they can. They'll look the other way as it's back and forth as they try to straddle for position. They look over at Dream Cell, who's sitting with a little bit of health left, and they will finally kill off the Visage. Primal Roar gets used, but it looks like it's just a run. Hyde comes in with a 2-man stun. I mean, he used Finger at the beginning of this fight, and it's 70 seconds left before it's up.
Dude, this fight lasted for like 2 full minutes. There was like Roar, and then like if we see this fight again, we're probably gonna miss out 2 minutes of, of the game. It was just wild. Surprised that Neon decided to go back in again, because Puck was out of mana. They just gave him mana boots, and it was either mana boots or someone popped. No, they have no mana boots, so it was a mango popped on him. He actually died in the end. They need Puck. Like once they take out the Lion, they really have no stuns that Puck should be afraid of, and they also need to bring Medusa in this engagement, which Obi Neon did nicely, because even though she doesn't deal that much damage, they still lack damage. And the good thing is, you know, cores died, so supports also got some levels on the bottom. So ET has a point in Aura, Nyx Assassin has Carapace maxed out. Still no point in mana burn, but yeah, I would love to see at least 1 point in mana burn, because it's so good. 1 point in Impale doesn't matter that much. You want to max out the Carapace because the spell scales compared to like Impale.
Right.
It goes down by 5 seconds, while Impale just stays the same. 14-second cooldown, duration is a bit longer.
I really like more points in the natural order, too. He's gone 3-3-1, and to me, The reduction feels so good from the Aura to hold off on getting it for so long. Always
maybe he feels in this game, like if they manage to kill the Lion, they don't have enough control for him, so he can be the damage dealer with the Astral Spirit. I don't mind that. Natural Order will be maxed out in the next, like he should put another point in Echo Stomp, then just max out the Natural Order. 3 points in Astral is more than enough, but he got a lot from that fight. This is a position 5 Elder Titan that almost has a full Solar Crest, and then you buff your Medusa with that. She's gonna feel great.
So now they've got the Orchid on the Visage going into the BKB. Solar Crest picked up for the Beastmaster, and I believe Solar Crest is almost finished for the Elder Titan. Yeah, he's 500 gold away from that. So they'll have a Solar Crest soon, maybe enough minus armor to finally make these kills just a bit easier for them.
They also need to tank
place it on the Medusa.
Minus armor from Deso, that's -6. -6 coming out from the Solar Crest. Visage Birds are gonna hurt a lot. Boom's lineup is very good at taking the Roche. Coil.
Coil, Finger. The Enchantress is just straight gone. Wiped off the face of the earth, and, well, Hyde gets another easy kill and another easy stack. Grove Bow for Medusa, as well as the Vambrace. We'll see which one is kept. Philosopher's Stone, Lion. Happy to see that. And it's about even in terms of net worth at the moment. Things staying quite even between the TA and the Medusa. And Yopaj a little bit ahead of Dreamacell on the Visage.
You can see how Yopaj thinks, where he wanted to get Boots of Travel. Now he feels, I need to be able to cover myself with the Hex initiation from Lion, potentially Roar. There's also an Orchid. We have no way of dispelling things. We don't have a saving item. There's no Glimmer Cape, no Force Staff yet.
Right.
So just wants to itemize a bit more defensively. Coil.
Dream Coil again, that's going to get snapped. Dreamacell on the run. They found FBZ, but he's got the Primal War, and that's going to be thrown over on the Enchantress, as well as the Orchid coming up from Dreamacell. It's a lot of damage under the Enchantress. Stone Gaze gets used by Natsumi. They'll turn around, throw the Soul Assumption on. They also have the Solar Crest onto the bill, but they'll look over at Hyde, and they've got the damage to kill off the Lion. So it's finally a first kill and an engagement for Neon, as TA thinking about coming in. Maybe re-engaging, even though they don't have
buyback from Lion.
Buyback gets used. They've got the silence. They're taking away the mana from this Medusa. They've got the right clicks as well as the control coming up from the familiars of Dreamacell. The Soul Assumption gets thrown into
She's
Natsumi
just gonna
as
TP
well.
out. Lion.
TP, no stun.
No Hex. Hex was on cooldown. It's only level 1 Hex.
Januel trying to run from Makoto. Goes into the trees, hit by a trap, slowed up under the tower. Throws an Earth Splitter out, and that's quick damage coming out from Makoto.
Oh,
but now the right clicks from the Enchantress. Makoto needs to survive. The Melt Strike comes in and they'll take out Makoto. They look over at Play Hard. Down goes the Nyx Assassin. Yopaj back and gets the silence onto the Visage as well as the Lion. Hyde and Dreamacell need to run. Kesku falls. Yopaj trying to catch up ground onto the Visage. They've got the Dream Coil in 10 seconds, so getting away may not be enough. If you try to TP out now, Dream Coil might be up and you might get stopped. They've got the silence on both these heroes. Orchid from Dreamacell on the puck, and they're looking for the coil. They might catch it on both Hyde and Dreamacell, but Dreamacell trying to run. They might even need the coil. They've got the two-man stun coming up from the Earth Spike from Hyde.
They need to spread out. This could be big.
Waning Rift misses both. Kescute on the run. Illusory Orb over, maybe looking for FBZ. There's the Dream Coil coming through on FBZ. Hyde and Kescute will rotate in to try and keep alive the Beastmaster. They've also got the Familiars coming from the back lines. Yopaj here with the Primal Roar. Right clicks in from the Familiars as well as the Finger from Hyde. They'll take out Yopaj and they've used Stone Gaze. Stone Gaze gets them nothing. Yopaj ends up dead. The chase goes on too long, and boom.
This game is just like never-ending fight. They keep chasing each other. The fight was at Tier 2 tower bottom, and then they decided to chase them.
Tier 2.
Yeah.
On the other side of the map.
Very entertaining game. Like I have not seen a game like this in a very long time. Where both of these teams, they feel like, yeah, we should keep fighting. We don't care. We will use the buybacks. And okay, so they're gonna go inside a bit. Puck is out in 10 seconds. No Stone Gaze for 50. Even though you're playing against Elder Titan, which is one of the best heroes to defend the Roche with, they just are not gonna be there on time. Big stomp from Roche, though.
Roche trying to slow this down.
It's too speedy. Like, they just have so much.
Illusory Orb! He killed Roche! Aegis snatched by Makoto! He was
in
almost
trouble.
in time. He gets the Waning Rift out of the pit. But they're going to chase. Makoto with the Meld Strike not landing. Phase shift to lose Orb just escapes. Oh my god, Yopaj! He gets the Roche kill. But Aegis into the hands of the Dire.
And this is the big timing for them. Like, if they manage to, like, steal that Aegis, that would be pretty big. Even though, like, they don't have the Aegis, they can still take the fight. Medusa is super farmed. Like, she has this butterfly. They have nothing to pierce through evasion. Like, Templar Assassin, it's gonna take a while. She needs to farm the BKB, and then she will need to itemize, get that MKB up to deal with the evasion.
This is
like, he also has evasion on level 10 talent, attack speed talent. I would prefer the 35% Mystic Snake mana gain talent instead, because it's super good on Medusa. Like, it can just turn the whole fight around.
Especially with how clumped up these fights have been. Like, it just seems like it'll keep him alive and turn around these fights. There's sometimes where it feels like Natsumi is just kind of like on the cusp of dying. He TP'd out in that last fight over bottom and just made it away. I mean, with that talent, maybe things change a little bit more for him, or he's a little bit more confident, right?
Now, most of the time, I see Medusas just take the Mana Snake talent. 30 attack speed is good, but compared to Mystic Snake, it's not even situational. Like, Mystic Snake is just that powerful. You get one snake in a fight. Also, what he can do is eventually get the Cold-Blooded, the Aghanim Shard upgrade. Like, Snake is sent back towards that enemy whenever, like, is Medusa targeted by a spell. So you, like, get the mana drain, the snake bounces. The snake, it's the snake that doesn't bounce, sorry.
New treasures.
Would be nice to get that shard going. Scotty, though, right now. And they're going to smoke.
That's what I said. Over. You know, even them having Aegis, they feel very comfortable going in.
Enchantress, pretty far forward.
Ballsy move there, you know, just deeping right in front of them while the rest of the team is still not there.
They're going to come around the back. They've got the Dream Coil coming through onto the Visage, but it's not going to land to the TA. They're going to snap that. Dreamcell looking like he's dead first. They'll land the sweep onto a couple of these heroes. KSQ pops the borrow time, but they get the kill behind. They're going to throw the Primal Roar over to Play Hard. He pops the Spike Carapace. That doesn't slow anybody down. KSQ on the run into the trees, waiting.
Just too much damage. Like, this Medusa is slowly taking over the game. This butterfly causing a lot of issues, some extra status resistance against the stuns, against the silences. I would love to see Nyx Assassin getting the 4-staff. He got some gold. Having that Fluffy Hat, you need to... I mean, you don't have to upgrade it. Fluffy Hat is just that good of an item. It's I can't believe we have an item called Fluffy Hat in Dota. It's just, like, the way it looks, it's also very cozy.
So fluffy.
So yeah, with the 4-staff, they can push people out of possible, like, hexes, Beastmaster Roars. This Visage, man, the Visage is having some real issues. He's less farmed than Beastmaster at this point.
Yeah, not as strong as I thought Dreamcell was going to be with this Visage.
It's not going to get easier for the hero. He's level 14 only compared to level 19 Medusa. But at least you have a scaling hero from a mid lane, like Temporis is decently scaling. She's not, you know, super, something like a, let's say, PA or a Phantom Lancer type of a hero, where you feel so much more comfortable going into late game. But compared to Visage, at least you got something.
Makoto taking some damage as Yopaj gets out of dodge. Primal Roar gets used onto the Enchantress. They're going to go after Debil. Look to get this kill.
Tanky. She's super tanky with that solar.
Dream Coil onto 2. FBZ as well as Makoto. They get hit. The Impale follows it up. They haven't broken through Makoto just yet. The damage not going to be enough. The Solar Crest placed onto Makoto as the right click command to Play Hard. Spike Carapace. That stuns up the TA. They've got the sweep to follow it up. The finger comes out from behind. He jumps on forward, but the Earth Splinter's going to come through and get the kill on behind. They look over Makoto. They'll take out the Aegis. They've got themselves the Stone Gaze coming through, and now on the run is Boom. They need to save this TA. Makoto gets the refraction off and is trying to get onto the high ground. Finally gets out of sight, but Illusory Orb is going to jump. Doesn't for now, but they're chasing on FBZ. They get the cone to the Beastmaster. KSQ, Dreamcell, as well as Makoto need to get out of here. Yopaj with a double kill and a 4K lead for Neon.
Oh, I love the way Schem is playing. He's just going in. Guys, please focus me. Untouchable is maxed out, attack slow. 200 casual, and with the Crimson Guard plus Hood, Like, they're super tanky. This Solar Crest also doing work. If they use Solar Crest on Enchantress, I just don't think they can kill her. But of course, they want to prioritize Medusa. She hit level 20, extra 2 seconds on the Stone Gaze. This is big, you know, like it's a long duration Stone Gaze.
Feels like forever.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Their heroes are up here top looking for Yopaj. Dream Coil comes in. You can see that the silence not enough from the shard of Mikoto. Dream Cell getting pushed off bottom.
They have 2 big items coming from Neon in the next minute. Medusa will finish Scotty. There will be Linken's on puck. He needs a bit more gold. The next assassin 4 staff done. Gem picked up by Elder Titan.
Right.
Enchantress going into Lotus Orb against Hex. Like, they're just gonna use everything. Solar Crest, Lotus Orb on Medusa, pop that Crimson, and Medusa will pretty much be unkillable. Like, Lion, in theory, it works well. You know, if you can like kill 1 or 2 heroes and then deal with the Medusa, you drain her mana, that's good. But if you're the one who enemy team is just trying to focus you. Like, I love that Neon understands we need to kill this Lion. Visage, he's not actually dealing any kind of damage. The birds are pretty mediocre at the moment, especially against Medusa split shot. So yeah, Lion is pretty much the biggest target.
I want to make sure that he can't drain that mana. I'd love to see Yopaj go for the shard. He's got Psychic Headband right now. But I'm a big fan of like throwing a Dream Coil down, getting the Waning Rift, push them, and then use the Psychic Headband and push them and snap the coil.
Dire's top tower is
If you
under
can.
attack.
Yeah, it's something that has been popular since the addition of the item, because Puck is a top tier pick.
Dire's
Scan
top tower
connects,
has fallen.
still no Lincolns. Like,
Needs to be
Yopaj
careful.
needs to be careful. Like, if they catch him before he could get any spells off, could be a bit tricky. Now Medusa with the Paladin Sword.
They're wrapping
This is a
around the
good
back.
wraparound.
Oh, good job by Playhard. But he's going to be spotted. They've got the dust, and the Dream Coil comes through on a hide as well as KezQ. KezQ with the borrowed time pop. They have the silence onto the Lion, but Lion standing in the trees trying to stay out of sight. The sweep lands, and that's going to hit the Lion, who's unable to do anything. They'll find FBZ. They'll get the kill into the Beastmaster, and that's going to be 1 down. Now a second with KezQ hitting the deck. They find themselves hide. They'll get 3. Neon lose nothing, and they were ready. Playhard. Well done to kind of drift backwards, maybe expecting a wraparound to come, and he breaks it.
Yeah,
He does
great
exactly that.
Great spread out in that fight with the next assassin. Coil was used immediately to stop any kind of follow-up coming out from Boom, and now they're in full control of this game. 8k gold lead, which feels like it's much, much more. Puck getting the Aghanim Scepter as the next item, just a longer duration coil, so Medusa can deal the damage. Yeah, I believe they don't have the tools. Templar Assassin, she is itemizing, she's trying to get a butterfly. It's too defensive, like you need to be able to kill the heroes immediately, like you need to deal with the evasion coming out from the Medusa's talent and the butterfly. Maybe even start thinking about Rapier. Unfortunately, Rapier doesn't give True Strike anymore, so maybe that's why he's not thinking about it, but definitely an MKB game.
Big nerf to Rapier, in my opinion.
Yeah, he switches to MKB, he understands like he needs to deal the damage.
Waning Rift, Dream Coil, and the Psychic Headband on a hide. That's going to snap it. He's dead very quick. He's got buyback, going to use it. They have the silence as well as the Primal Orb, but the
Good
step
force
back. They've
stab.
got themselves the Finger as well as the Earth Spike, but it's not going to be enough damage to get the kill on the Yopaj. They turn this Beastmaster as well as the TA in. It's still the top of the BKB, and Makoto's going to go down with MVZ. They'll get the kills on a 3. Buybacks used by the Lion as well as the Beastmaster. They're trying to defend here, and in deep, and maybe in a little bit too far, is Playhard. Deville trying to do all he can, but now Soul Assumption comes through on a Natsumi, and it really just doesn't even hurt. It doesn't even tickle. He laughs at the damage that this Dream of Self Visage is doing, and they'll get themselves the top set of racks.
Dire's top barracks.
They have one more fight for Boom. They lose another fight, it's just GG. They use 2 buybacks, 1 on Lion, 1 on the Beastmaster. They already lost 2 set of barracks. It's a rough one. They just don't have enough damage. This Medusa, they played really well around her, and you can see the difference in terms of, like, if you want to compare real carries in this game, it's Templar Assassin against Medusa. She's
Right.
staying 5k gold ahead. And if you want to talk about the carry-to-carry matchups, Medusa has the exact 2 times more net worth than the enemy carry, which is Visage in this game. Decides to go for full damage. No need to risk anything, just get that straight up damage. No need for Rapier, because it's a potentially game-losing. Instead, it goes for the Daedalus.
And has double
damage in the bottle on top
Praise
of
the
that.
Ice
Plus
Rod.
a Paladin Sword, just amplifying the healing.
Really feels good to pick up a double damage when you're trying to close out a game. You almost get disappointed by things like haste and invis. So Natsumi
Dire
maybe
are scanning.
gonna go Roche before they high ground.
Yeah, Roche is up, so no need to risk things. And their lineup is really good at protecting the Roche, where you have a coil, you have Medusa, ulti to just stop the fight. They can't burst her. There is no scenario where they can take Medusa from 100 to 0 before she can get the ulti off. They can't drain her mana, like even if it's a full duration mana drain, she still gets the ulti off.
So their posture near Roche, it looked like for a moment Boom might want to head over there. They've got one more fight left in them, whether it's in the Roche pit or on the high ground. I guess that's up to them.
Like, they need to take the fight, I believe. It's one of those things where if you let Medusa siege the high ground, you're going to play against the mega creeps, and then, like, you can't bring her down once. How are you going to do it twice? So you need to risk it and try to go in.
This is also second Roche, so...
Yeah, it also drops the shard. Medusa can't pick it up. She has a bit too many items at the moment.
Triple gets used. They were trying to wrap it. Oh, sleep! It's on everybody. They're in so much trouble. The Earth Splitter comes in. They're going to get to go on FBC. Hide and KSQ. Trinasil gone. Everybody dead. Boom, lose the game. And Neon, wow, just
that sleep
overwhelmed.
in the end, that was actually a nightmare for Boom. It was a 5-man sleep coming up from the ET. I love this game. Like, this game was very entertaining to watch. They just kept fighting, kept using buybacks to see who's stronger. I can understand Boom. You know, they want to get the most out of the situation. Their lineup is not